Good morning. I'm in the garden again. I'm just doing my regular walk through, checking on everything, making sure there's no ant hills forming. Right now is basically just a planning session for myself without sounding like a super dorky. Looking at everything, trying to decide if I can fit anything else. We'll see. It got down to 37 degrees last night, which I know is not awful, but I was still a little concerned about my tomatoes in particular. So I covered them up. And then I covered up my pumpkin and my zucchini too. Waiting for it to get a little bit warmer before I pull all the covers off of everything. I'll show you my peas. There's only 3 of my pea plants were transplants from ones inside. And then I decided just to direct sow them all, which I think was a good decision because the ones that I planted, I started inside, are not doing as well, with maybe the exception to this one. It seems to be doing better because I kept it inside a lot longer. I'll show you. They're doing pretty good. These 2 are the first transplants. And they're the only ones that are really doing this really bad on the underside. And I don't know why. But it looks like they're still producing some new growth. This one too, though. This one is way sadder. I don't understand what's going on with this guy. Though I'm glad that I did a couple of different ways to observe what works better. And it started producing like branches down here too, which is strange. It's a bush variety though, so I guess that's normal. This one is way fuller, but it's just about as tall as those other 2. I kept this one in for a while, and it actually looks like, I don't know if it'll focus on that. It looks like it is starting, there we go, a pea pod already. I don't know for sure, unless that's just new growth, maybe. The rest of these are all from directly sowing them, and they're just about the same size as the ones that I started inside, but in particular is pretty funky. So it starts there. It's just not long enough. It's trying to reach over here to start crawling up this. I wanted to start crawling up this, but every time I come out here, it's a little bit closer. This guy right next to it grabbed hold of the welded wire, so that's exciting. You see a little dew on the leaves is so pretty. Gosh, these weeds are everywhere. They're so annoying. Like, that beautiful new growth. So pretty. I probably will open up today. This one's interesting. It missed the welded wire, but it grabbed onto these pine needles right here. I don't know what that little black thing is. Hopefully it's just dirt. You see those little green bumps? Those are tiny bugs that look kind of like grasshoppers, like super small grasshoppers. Are those good? Because they are all over these beans. Tell me. I'm gonna be making another video this weekend, and I'll show you. This one's kind of like a before, and then that one will be the after, because it'll be finally past all of the 40 and below 40 degree weather days, and I feel like it'll be okay to plant my tomatoes and my peppers. This is my first row of tomatoes, and it's only on that side where the jugs are. So I'm gonna plant the ones I started on the other side of that, and then this row. And I think that'll be enough, because I have 9 tomato plants. I think if I put 3 per side, that'll be plenty between one half side and this one. And then I have 4 pepper plants that I'm gonna put in this row. I'm realizing now that that leaves me with actually half a row of space. And also most of my pumpkins died, so I think I'll have more room if I wanted to plant. Like, I have to look at my seeds and see what I have, but I might try to plant something else. These beauties, one of my favorite things about the mornings. Sometimes if I can find them with long enough stems, I will pick them and put them in a jar on my table. These all look a little too short though. Though I love having fresh cut flowers in the house, they always look better when they're outside. You take them inside, you put them in a vase, and they still like wilt in a day. It's sad. I'll just enjoy them from out here. Peek at my zucchini from inside the bottle. I think I must have shaken the bag out or something when I was done planting the zucchini mounds, because these two ended up over here. And this is my echinacea bed actually, which I'll show you. I'm pretty sure that's echinacea. I could be wrong, but I think that's it. It's got like the rounder leaves. Here's another one. Anyway, so this is an experiment with these two zucchini in the echinacea bed because I did not cover them last night in the cold. But I covered everything else, all the other zucchini anyway. So we'll see. If those don't make it, then I know that even if it gets this cold, it needs to be covered. You see the sun is now hitting these mounds. I think I'm going to start collecting these off of here. So I'm learning so many interesting things gardening this year. I mean, I always do every year, but this year I learned that the reason why plants die when they go below freezing for the frost tender plants is because it damages the cell's membrane. And then, yeah, that's about all I know. I just think it's so cool. It's like a living science experiment. We decided that next month we are gonna get chickens, and I'm so excited. Though we have to decide where we're gonna put the coop and if we're gonna let them roam free or if we're gonna give them some sort of a barrier, because I just have a feeling the doggies are not gonna really respect the chicken's space. If there's anybody watching who knows, please tell me, should I rinse the dirt off of my pumpkins and zucchini? Also, why are the edges turning yellow? What does that mean? This concludes the uncovering of the garden.